done vibe for me. So, welcome back to my channel. I feel like a bit close up compared to usual. Oh well, we're going to be a bit close in this video. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the newest thing that I've got from Mecca. This is the Mecca Beauty Loop Level 1 bonus box. And so this is how it looks like. This is the first time Mecca's done something like this, which is very exciting. I have a base on my face right now. I have no lips and no eyes. And we're going to use this box together to create an eye look depending on what's in here. And then oh, sorry, I'll shut my door because my friend gets to walk around. And then I'll also just choose a lip to match, just because I don't know what's going to be in this box. I didn't want to choose something for the lips and then for it to not coordinate well. So, yes, we'll find out together what is in the box. I haven't opened it yet, but we'll figure it out. So, let me just put my ankle out. I have a kind of dodgy ankle, as you already know, and I like to put it up and rest it as much as possible. So, before I get into this, I have a brief little haul to show you guys of some things I've bought while I've been back in Sydney. I've been back in Sydney for about a week and I haven't really done much shopping, but I want to show you some little bits and bobs that I've accumulated this week. There's only 4 things, but they're exciting things to me. First of all, the new Little Mermaid movie came out. I've already watched it, but this is not a spoilers channel, so I will not comment. Essentially, I went to Miniso and I got 2 mirrors because I was in Miniso and I saw these and they made me think of mermaids. And also, I think they'll be very practical. They are 2 mirrors that have shells on them. So I'll unbox the silver one. They were only about $5 each, which is like fine price. And I felt like they would be practical for keeping in a handbag. Sometimes I go to the club and I'm using my phone as a mirror quite often, which is fine. But it'd be nice to have one of these in my bag for work or something, so that when I'm on the bus getting ready for work, I can use a better mirror. So one side is just a normal reflection, and then the other side is like a zoomed in version. So yeah, zoomed in, normal reflection in a nice little clip closed case. So this one is silver, and then I got a gold one as well. They had rose gold also, but I just like the silver and gold more. So I picked those up and I think they'll be easy to throw into bags, and they're quite light. They're not real metal. So they're not too heavy or anything. The next thing was a gift from a friend. Thank you, Harris, for this one. It is a perfume atomizer. So all you do is put some perfume in the bottom, like you go, pretend this is the perfume, you put it on top, and you and once it's filled up with perfume, you can use that as a mini perfume atomizer, kind of like a Travelo, but without the branding. Honestly, my Travelo leaked a little bit, so I'm not attached to the Travelo brand. I think this will work just as well. And then the last thing is the more pricey purchase of this mini haul. This is a white barn candle from Bath & Body Works. I'm very excited to burn this one. This one is rose and oud. They had a bit of a sale at the Town Hall Sydney Bath & Body Works. As I was walking past, I saw the sale, and you know what, I wasn't that interested, but I thought I'd just smell some things for fun. This smells divine. I'm not usually an oud person. I haven't ever considered myself someone who's a big fan of oud scents, but this smelled so good to me. They had a whole oud line, so it was like vanilla and oud. But the rose and oud really spoke to me. So it's in this really gorgeous, like matte gray kind of container. And it looks like this. And it's just a regular 3-wick candle. And it smells like feminine, but also like luxurious, mysterious designer. I don't know. It smells really gorgeous. I can imagine this being really nice for on the balcony when I'm just sitting on my balcony feeling a little, having a drink with some friends on the balcony, or in the bathtub and I'm burning this on the side and it's just like some peaceful, luxurious me time. Or I'm watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians and I just have this really luxurious candle burning. I don't know, the rose is something that I'm always into in scents. I don't have many rosy candles. Usually I go for a more gourmand scent. But the oud added something like that was interesting to me in this. So very keen to get into that. Mwah. Okay, let's open up now the Mecca Beauty Loop box. So it says, meet your new no makeup essentials. This elevated eye duo is designed to let your natural beauty shine. This Zoom Shadow Matte Stick in Espresso is the multitasker you'll find yourself reaching for day after day, whether as a shadow base or as a soft liner. Blend the buttery single shadow in Not Even into your crease for a hint of extra definition to nail that sophisticated, are they even wearing makeup look. 100% vegan and cruelty-free. I haven't seen the products myself yet. I assume that this is what it's going to look like. Nice and warm tone, that's what I'm into. Some pink tissue paper. I'm assuming these are going to be Mecca Max branded products. Oh, quite neutral. Okay. It's not what I was expecting. I don't know why I expected, like, before I read that, I was expecting them to be like, kind of like popping kind of shades, like statement shades, but they're both quite neutral. So this is the Zoom Shadow Stick in Espresso, and then this is the single shadow in the shade Not Even. Is this matte? If this is matte, I might even gift this to a friend. But I guess that anyone can use these. Like, anyone can get these in their makeup box. I'll give them a shot. We'll do it together, shall we? So, I haven't tried either of these products, like from these lines from Mecca before. It's kind of like an eye crayon. It's retractable, which I like. I'll do a swatch on the back of my hand. It's quite a dark brown. It's matte. And it smudges like that. Interesting. This will be a fun one. Okay, and then I'll show you the eyeshadow. This one's a stick, and this one is a single shadow and Not Even. Not Even. This is quite a large single shadow, honestly. Like, there's a lot of product in here. How many? 2.1 grams. It's quite decent, honestly. Like, if you think of a bronzer being, like, usually, like, 8 to 10 grams, I'm going to use a different finger. This is what it looks like. I'm just going to swirl it around. I'm going to swatch it. It's quite light. I could even use this as a bronzer, to be honest. This might be a bit of a bronzer shade for me. I'm going to bring out a bronzer as comparison. I honestly think the Zoom Shadow Stick is darker than the eyeshadow. The eyeshadow is quite light. Here's my Milani Silky Matte Bronzer in the shade 02 for comparison. It's not as cool toned as this, and it's a little darker, but it's not too dark for me. For example, here's my Becca bronzer in the shade Bondi. What's it called? Bronzed Bondi. Yeah, I could definitely use this as a bronzer, which is kind of good because I wasn't running low on bronzers, but I could always do with another bronzer. It's a little bit cooler toned than this one. This could be a good cool toned shadow for a contour. You know what? I'll use it on my eyes and see how I feel about it. If I don't find that I'm going to use either of these products enough in my collection, I'm someone that can always re-gift something to a friend. So I'll try them out myself today, and if I fall in love with them, I can use them. And if I think that someone else will use them better, I'll pass them along. I'm going to start off with this just because I feel like it's the one I'm more inclined to use on the eyes. It's very pigmented, very soft and creamy, very easy to apply. I'm just going to create a dodgy wing shape. It doesn't have to be neat because obviously I'm going to blend this with, well, not obviously. I'm going to blend with a pen, not a pen. I'm going to blend it with a brush after. So we're just going to make a like kind of wing shape just because I like that kind of lift to the eye. And this is obviously not how I'd make my liner look. I'd do it a lot more neatly than that, but just to get a general vibe down. And then I'm going to take this brush. What's this? It's a 201 brush from Real Techniques, and I'm going to smudge, smudge, smudge. It's kind of a denser domed eye brush. I'm going to keep it close to the lash line. Very easy to blend, honestly. This is quite a nice creamy product. You can build it up a bit more if you wanted to put a little bit more product on to increase the intensity in any area, but I find it quite usable. It's a very user-friendly product. A bit of a curved edge there, which I don't prefer, so I'm going to try and make that a little bit more diffused, and the edge is a bit more, like, either be aggressive or blended. That's how I feel. I don't want to, like, too soft, curved shape there. I want it to be blended, but pointed. Hope that makes sense. But it's, like, very doable. Like, this wasn't a difficult kind of product to use. There we go. Okay, I'm pretty happy with the way that that has blended. I think that now that I know what the product is like, I think it's going to be an interesting one. This would also be really cool as a base underneath other things. Now, as you know, I'm probably going to say it. This would be a really interesting base under Colourpop's Rooftop Cocktails. It's true though. I like the smoky, smudgy, sexy eye that it's given me. I'm going to repeat the same on the other eye. Let's see if it's dried down while I was blending the other eye. No, she is still malleable. Has dried down a little bit as it's not as soft to blend. It does become stiffer the more you set it, so that makes me think that this will dry down and become a bit stiffer and not as moving around on the eyelid through the night kind of a vibe, but still good for blending initially. I think I'm a fan of this stick. I'm going to loosely blend over it later with the pressed shadow just to warm it up a little bit or cool it down. We'll see what happens depending on how this particular shadow pulls on my skin tone. Sorry, I just decided to itch my nose. um, there's a bit of a line there that I'm trying to remove. Okay, I'm pretty happy about that actually. It's honestly like quite a decent smoky eye. I would wear this out, especially now that it's winter time. It also has clung on a little bit to my lashes, so it's added a little bit of like depth to my lash line, which I'm really liking. I'm going to take this one, a bit hard to open. Oh, it's not hard to open, I was just being silly. And I'm going to take this Morphe brush. This one is from the Madison Beard collection. I'm going to swirl it around there, tap it. Oh, now I've picked up nothing because I've tapped it too much. It's quite a loose shadow, if that makes sense. Like it's a very soft one. Okay, it's definitely a warm tone shadow. And it's quite buildable, honestly. Like I feel like, oh, it's quite soft. The application of this is really easy. I feel like it's just added a warmth that you can see this eye doesn't have. This eye has some warmth now to the vibe. So it's definitely a warm toned bronzy kind of shade. It's not a cool toned contoury kind of vibe. But it's really warmed up the look, and I prefer warm tones. So this could be something fun to have to just add warmth to things or to use as a warm toned bronzer. It is buildable because I just added like a little bit more depth there, and it didn't just buff away immediately. Like it does have some intensity if you want it to have a bit more intensity. There we go. That's that new little eye bonus that we got from Mecca. I'm going to see how there's that bit there of the shadow stick. I'm going to actually just draw a line so it's a bit more intense, something to stick to. And I'm going to see how this layers on top, if it gets patchy or what the vibe would be. Okay, no, it picks up pretty well. I'm also going to try and blend this directly into the skin and see how intense I can make that. Because I want to see if I can build this up to be a like shade that's that dark. But honestly, it's a bit of a bronzer shade, so I think that's quite versatile for probably more people though. It's not the world's most pigmented shadow, but it's not the worst. I will probably use this as a bronze though, just because I don't think I'm going to remember to reach for this very neutral single shadow. I do think that for Mecca, to promote their own products like this, in a little freebies kit is very smart because it gives everyone a free one of each product, sure. But now I know what these formulas are like, and if there was a statement color in either of these shades, that would be really interesting to me. And it's quite safe for them to do this little promotional thing with neutrals, just because, oops, with the neutrals, I guess more people would be inclined to try them. Whereas if it was colorful, I don't know if like everyone would be down to go for such a colorful shade as like I would be. So yeah, vibes. I think they would suit a range of skin tones. I think they would suit a lot of people. Would I have purchased these on my own organically? No, because they're pretty neutral shades and I would have gone for something a bit crazier. But I do think these are cool. I will probably use this single shadow as a bronzer now. So I'll put that in the drawer and that can become a bronzer. And I will use this. I would chuck this in a makeup bag. It'd be really good to use this one on the go. I feel like it's a very convenient, travel-friendly product. But also I would use this sitting at my vanity as just like a product for a normal night out to layer other things on top of or to use by itself. So yes, that is my review of these products from the new Mecca Beauty Loop box. This is the look they created with, I guess. I can see how though, because the warm tone of that single press shadow would really work. Yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and my little haul. Wait, let me smile. This can be the thumbnail. Okay, yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Usually I do normal Mecca Beauty Loop unboxings as well, so if you are interested in more Mecca related unboxings, stay tuned. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.